त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Hello everyone, welcome again. We are very happy to have you here again today. If you've come for the first time, please let us know by raising your hand or sending us a message in the chat. And if you are new person today, we will have a separate session for you to introduce you to the meditation. So we hope you are very relaxed and you don't have any worries, any tension, because it is time to enjoy yourself. On Monday, we presented to you the qualities of the Muladhara chakra, which is the first chakra at the base of our spine, the base of our body. And as you may have felt or understood, the Muladhara chakra is actually the root of our pure desire. It is our fundamental balance and the pure joy within us. It is like what we described, I think, a week ago about the Om, the primordial sound. That's the pure meditation, is in connection with the first chakra. Today we're going to present, Caroline is going to present the second chakra, which is the Swadhistan Chakra. And the Swadhistan is to do with the next step in the creation of the universe, is the creation manifested. That's when the universe starting to be formed and towards a process of evolution. It started first at the Swadhistan Chakra. So before I introduce you to Caroline, I would like to show you a few slides in relation to this. First we talk to Caroline. Bonjour Caroline. Bonjour Caroline.
Bonjour Jean-Michel.
So, okay, today you are going to present on the Swadhistan Chakra.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like you to tell me what, in essence, what is the Swadhistan? Because after that, I will show you a few slides and then we can go on your program.
Okay, so in essence, you mean just in one sentence?
Yes, very, very essence, like
Okay.
the essence of the essence.
So I would say the Swadhistan provides the energy to express our pure desire of evolution and to improve ourselves and to put creativity into action.
Creativity. Okay, let me show you what I want to share with you. And it's in relation to this chakra as well. So what I want to share is a few slides. Okay, Caroline is going to go through that in the program, but creativity manifested in human beings can come in very various forms. And one of the forms is the arts, painting, music. All this is to do with our second chakra. I just wanted to show you these few slides because they have something special. They were done by artists who were enlightened. So this one is from Fra Angelico. I think it's in the 14th century or 13th century. And he was depicting the angels, mostly very religious paintings. And what is interesting is in his painting, he was showing the energy coming out of the head. What we feel as a cool breeze, he was actually showing it as a flame. So it's very interesting because that was a long time ago. Obviously, he knew about this last chakra. And you can see on these pictures as well, on these paintings, these angels, they have this flame coming out of their head. And they play music, which is also an expression of the second chakra. That's, I think that's the angel Gabriel. And this one is from El Greco. And El Greco painted this image of the apostles getting the second birth, when they said they received the Holy Spirit, the baptism. And you can see on the top of their heads, they have a flame as well. And this one is a photo of Srimataji. Like, we call it a miracle photo because it's a normal camera and it just came that way. And if you look, it's really showing all this beauty. So Srimataji, it was in a public program and she was giving vibrations to someone, and someone took this photograph and it just came out like a painting, basically. And this one is a photograph of Srimataji's feet. And the same, we can see some, what we call vibrations. It's also become like a painting. It's like an artist expression in the photograph. And I will finish with Srimataji. All right, Caroline, what do you think of these images? How does it relate to your program?
Thank you so much for showing that, because they really show that in history, there's many clues to show where the truth is. And from far back, from many cultures. So this was European paintings, but you can look in every culture. There's clues of the Kundalini existence and self-realization and the flame on the top of our head. So yes, it's good to see that.
And what I feel about this artwork from this what we say realized artists is the joy that comes out of their art. It's very, very joyful. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, you feel a lot of joy when they produce their art.
Yeah, and it's a divine art. It's an expression of the divinity inside us, so an expression of our spirit, not of a selfish, materialistic purpose, but of a divine purpose. So that's what makes it vibrative. That's what gives it vibration. All
right, Caroline, so I'll let you present your program, and
okay.
We'll chat again at the end.
Thank you, Jean-Michel. And hi, everybody. So I'm just going to start with a little background on Swadhistan, and maybe Sudhanshu can put the chart. So the Swatistan Chakra is below the belly button, and it's in the aortic plexus. So it's a chakra you can see on the chart that is yellow, and the second one. It's also the base of the right side. And I always find it very interesting that the right side starts from the right Swadhistan, because it makes complete sense to me. If the Swadhistan is what gives energy to our system, it makes sense that the Swadhistan will provide that to the right side, which is our side of action and planning and futuristic side. When the Kundalini first awakens, it actually doesn't go to the Swadhistan. It goes to the Nabi chakra. And then through a little channel, it goes to the Swadhistan and enlighten it. Once it's enlightened, it rotates in a clockwise direction around the Nabi. So the Nabi being the green chakra that we will talk about next time. And creating that circle that you can see, this green circle that is a void. And when this happens, the Swadhistan provides the energy to express our pure desire to evolve and to improve, and all the creativity, and put it into action. So you might wonder, why do we have chakras? And chakras are the manifestation of our milestones of our evolution. And starting from the Muladhara, which is the Big Bang, the creation of the universe, the Om that Jean-Michel was just speaking about. And finishing on the top of our head with enlightenment for humanity. So in that perspective, like when we start growing higher and higher and developing a higher awareness, we develop these centers one by one, and they inside us, and becoming subtler and subtler. So I forgot what I was going to say. So in that perspective, the Swatistan is the beginning of life, of the creation of life on Earth, where life was multiplicating and transforming. So a very busy period in time. And in that perspective, the Swadhistan is also a very busy chakra, because it's looking after a lot of very essential function inside us. It's looking after the liver, the pancreas, the spleen, the kidneys, part of the intestines, uterus. So as you can see, it's very instrumental to our health and to our energy level. So it's very easy for us to lose balance with that Swadhistan chakra, because in this modern time, we get very busy planning, thinking, and trying to keep up with the doing behind that. So we speak too fast, we do too much in a short time. And this puts that chakra of balance. So it's very natural. It's not something we should feel guilty. We should never feel guilty anyway. But it's a very natural thing, and it happens a lot, and it happens a lot to me, for example. So that's why we need foot soak. So I'm going to explain the qualities of the chakras. I say chakras because there is a left side, central side, and right side to it. But first, I would like us to have a foot soak and a bit of a balancing, so we're completely in the center. So if you're a little bit like me, a bit right-sided, you might need an ice pack. So just an ice pack with a cloth around it, so it doesn't burn your skin. And we can put ourselves in a position for the foot soak. If you haven't prepared a foot soak, don't worry, you can still follow the meditation. So I think you all know how to raise your Kundalini and put a bandhan. So we are going to start with that. So with our left hand in front of us, our right hand going around and tying a knot on the top of our head. And 2 knots. And try to keep your attention on your left hand while it's rising. And 3 knots. And then we do a bandhan. 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can now put your feet in the bucket. And the most important is really to relax. So put your full attention inside. And check if you have any tension in your physical body. Just relax your face, your shoulders, your hands, your back. And let go of all your worries, your thoughts. Just go deep inside for your pure enjoyment. We're going to take a few big deep breaths peacefully without forcing, and with a pause in between the out breath and the in breath. So we take the air in, with a pause, and exhale. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Just do it at your own pace. So we are now going to clear our left and right channels. We're starting with the left. We can drop our right hand toward the Mother Earth. Put your attention on the left side. And this movement is helping the left side to clear. Don't think about anything. It's working spontaneously. Mother, please come in my left side. Please enlighten my left side. Please strengthen my pure desire to evolve, to become the best version of myself, to become the spirit. Mother, if there is any lethargy, sadness, depression, lack of forgiveness, attachment to the past in me. Please let it go. Make it all go away. So I can feel and express joy. So I can feel and express love. So I can feel and express my spirit. If any thoughts come to you, don't react to it. Just watch it and let it go. You can see if you can feel vibrations in your hands. The clearing might be amplifying the feeling of vibration. Amplifying, not sure of the English word. Or you might be feeling cooler vibration in your left hand. You can put your right hand back on your lap, and your left hand is going towards the sky. You bend your elbow to keep that position comfortable for you. And this is how we clear the right side, with the heat accumulating in our right side, going through the left arm and hand into the ether. Mother, please come in my right side. Please enlighten my right side. Please strengthen my pure attention. If there is any anger, domination, aggressiveness, hyperactivity inside me. Please take it all away. Please make me dynamic, but in a peaceful way. Please take the excess heat from my liver. Again, you might feel more vibration or the cooling sensation in your right hand improved or increased. Just put your attention on it to see. Keep breathing deeply. You can put your left hand back on your lap. So if you were feeling catches or blockages on your Swadhistan, you will feel them on your thumbs. So if you feel your left thumb is your left Swadhistan, your right thumb is the right Swadhistan, and both of them will be the central Swadhistan. So because we got our self-realization, our vibration increased, and it's a life journey to increase our vibration and to get closer to our spirit. The closer to our spirit, the more vibration we will have. But we can use our hands to manifest those vibrations and to help clearing the chakras. So I'm going to ask you to use your right hand around the left Swadhistan. So this left Swadhistan is at the level where your left leg and body meet together on the lower part of the abdomen. And you can just do little circles around that area in a clockwise direction. And this helps removing the blockages we have. And we can do a movement that grabs the negativity and put it into the water of our foot soak bucket. So it will basically look like this, but on the Swadhistan. And you might feel some increase of vibration in your left hand again. Try to do it without thinking, without judging. Just surrender to the process. Now we can do the same thing with the central Swadhisthana. So just below the belly button. Give little circles to clear that chakra. Little bandans. And again, we grab all negativity, tension, any blockages of that chakra, and we put it into the water, using the water element to clear. And now we do it on our right Swadhisthana. At this level, you can use either your right hand or your left hand. I'm at the moment using my right hand. And just give little circles and see if you can feel the cooling. Grab all the negativity, tension, all the catches, block our chakra, and put it into the water. You can put both of your hands back on your lap and see if you feel some changes, that it's easier to meditate and to be peaceful. And keep breathing deeply with a pause. I forgot to mention to put your ice pack on your liver, which is on the right-hand side of your body. So if you haven't done it yet, you can just do it now. So just below the rib cage on the right-hand side. And we're going to do a little movement to bring balance in our right side. So we're just going to go from our left hand going up. So using our right hand from the left hand, going up and around and bringing the energy of the left side in the right side. So just going around and just bringing it from left to right, left to right. You can close your eyes and do it a few times, left to right. As the energy on the left side is energy governed by the moon, it's cooling. Our right side that is overheating. Left to right. It's also helping our ego, to pacify our ego. Mother, I surrender my ego and my superego. I surrender all my thoughts. all my false identification, any superficiality inside me. You can stop now. I'm just going to stay 1 more minute in the foot soak bucket before we rinse our feet. Try to keep your attention above your head where there's no thoughts. So you can now rinse your feet with clear water. And just put your bucket just a little bit away, not just let's stay in meditation and not move too much. You can dry your feet also if you feel cold. And just keep your eyes closed for a couple of minutes with your attention on the central channel, which is a conduit of the Kundalini. So I would like you to try to feel your Kundalini on the top of your head. So you just put your right hand in front of your sacrum bone at the base of your spine and slowly raise your hand, following the spine to the top of your head. And just give a gentle pressure there, massaging the whole scalp in a clockwise direction. And then keep raising your hand about 10 centimeters above. And see if you can feel the Kundalini. The cool breeze of the Kundalini. You can try with your left hand as well. Sometimes our left hand is clearer because the left channel is clearer. That's why we're trying with both hands. I hope you're feeling a bit more relaxed and peaceful now. And I'm going to talk to you about the qualities of the 3 Swadistans. So as you know, we have 3 aspects because we have 3 channels. So each aspect of the Swadhistan have different sets of qualities. And instead of boring you with lots of information, I would like you to put your attention on the chakra. And I'm going to speak about that chakra while you're in meditation. So you can start by closing your eyes. It should not be too hard now because we are in a meditative state. And put your attention, we're going to start with the central Swadhistan. So you can put your attention below your belly button, put your hand even, if you want, whatever works for you. And try to do it with a very sincere, pure desire to awaken the qualities of that chakra inside you. Because be sure that we all have them. They are inside us. They've been built inside us. So our pure desire to awaken those qualities will make them work, will enlighten the chakra. So keep your eyes closed the whole time. It is in that chakra that is created energy to our creativity and inspiration for arts, as Jean-Michel was showing us earlier in the program. It is from that chakra that our desire to manifest and create comes from. Man, since the beginning of times, has always needed to create in order to eat, to build houses, organize a society, and for inspiration of the art. This is constant and evolving. And the energy of this creativity, of this intelligence, comes from the Swadhistan. The person that creates needs also to be a visionary with a capacity to imagine something that does not exist yet. Such a person has got the power to change things and help the society to evolve. At the same time, as creativity evolves, the sense of aesthetic also grows with the desire of creating things more and more beautiful, more and more inspiring, more and more divine. So let's desire inside of us Mother, please come in my Swadhistan. Please remove any impurities and enlighten my Swadhistan. Please enlighten my creativity with beauty and joy-giving creations that are inspired by the divine and not by my ego and vanity. Please give me energy to accomplish your divine project. And please give me balance in the present moment. You can now move your hands to the left Swadhistan, so where the left leg and body meet together on the lower part of the abdomen. The qualities of the left Swadhistan are pure knowledge and pure desire. Two very deep subjects. And I think discovering them and understanding them takes a lifetime. The pure knowledge is the knowledge of reality, of truth. The rules and boundaries that surround the universe and that are true for nature and for each and every one of us. These are the rules of the spirit, which is part within us, that divine, pure, eternal, and infinite. The pure knowledge means the experience of the practice of the divine, or the experience of the vibrations, how to feel them, what do they mean, how to improve them, how to give them the vibration that surrounds the universe. The pure desire is what our spirit wants, not what our mind wants. With self-realization and regular practice of meditation, we realize that what we truly desire is not materialistic. And we detach ourselves from anything that could boost our vanity. What we truly desire is our spiritual ascent. This is our true purpose, the true giver of joy, peace, and bliss. So why would we desire anything else? Mother, please come in my left Swadhistan. Please remove any false knowledge, false beliefs, false identification, and any artificiality. Please help me to see the truth and stay on the right path, the path that leads to my spirit. Please strengthen my pure desire to be one with the universal truth, one with my spirit, one with the divine, to only follow the pure knowledge, the knowledge of reality, of the divine. Now put your left hand, so we're swapping hands. Put your left hand on below your rib cage on the right hand side. By the way, if you still have your ice pack, you can remove it now. So we're just using our left hand to help cooling, using the moon energy to cool down our right side, to cool down our liver. And the quality of the right Swadhistan is pure attention. So the liver has a particular importance in that it is a seat of our attention. But attention should not be confused with intense focus or thoughts of visualization, which come from our mind. It is not in any way a mental activity. Attention is pure concentration minus thoughts. The attention is our awareness directed to things without a mental activity. Just like turning an internal spotlight towards something inside us. So let me repeat that. The attention is our awareness directed to things without any mental activity. For example, when we look at a flower, we put our attention on it. We observe it. However, sometimes we think about it, like, that's pretty, I like that color, I wonder what it's called. Attention has no associated thought. It is pure effortlessness observation and witnessing, which lead to enjoyment. Pure effortless observation, which leads to enjoyment. Before realization, the attention is often going to outside, constantly attacked by different things and jumping like little electrical shocks from thought to thought, encouraged by the impurity of our eyes. The awakening of our Kundalini helps us to put our attention inside, to help our introspection and to see things with pure eyes. If something in our vision is degrading, we can choose to remove our attention from it. So our aim is to always keep our attention towards our spirit, where truth, peace, joy, and balance reside. I would like to add that it's very difficult to meditate without good attention. As in our meditation, we are aiming at achieving thoughtless awareness. And this is impossible if our attention always goes everywhere and bombarded by the mind with thoughts. So working on our attention will really help our meditation. Mother, please remove any excess heat from my liver. Please keep me peaceful and in balance. Please strengthen my attention. Please give me pure attention and make me the master of my attention, keeping me in control of my attention. Mother, you do everything. I do nothing. You can put your hand back on your lap, so both hands on our lap. Keep your eyes closed. And we're going to play now 2 extracts from Srimataji Nirmala Devi, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And the first one is about the Swadhistan and how the heat in our body can create diseases. And the second one is a guided meditation by Srimataji, helping to clear the Swadhistan. So just relax, close your eyes, try to stay in meditation while you're listening. And when the second video starts, you can just follow what Srimataji is saying. Thank you.
See, sickness comes to you, as I told you, through our centers getting exhausted. As this is one center, all right, on the left side, left sympathetic, the right sympathetic. And they join together, this is the center now. So we are using the energy of the center that is limited for our purpose, anything. Supposing, I'll give an example of a very good example of one Swatistan Chakra. Is the center, in the second center, which looks after the aortic plexus in the medical terminology. But it's not complete, I mean, it's one of the parts. Now, the work of the Swatistan Chakra, according to Sahaja Yoga, which has worked, of course, wonders with this theory, that it gives energy for the replacement of the brain cells. Because we never think about it. We are using the brain all the time. We don't think how it is replaced. Even in the medical science, they don't think about it. So one of the works it has got, it moves here. And also it has to look after your liver, it has to look after your pancreas, it has to look after spleen, it has to look after your kidneys, it has to also look after the lower part of your large intestines. All right? Now, but all the time a person is thinking. These days everybody thinks too much and very futuristic. As a result, it cannot pay attention to all other things. So what happens? The first thing is affected is the liver. Now liver gets all the heat from the whole body and eliminates it. It's poison from the body, you can say, eliminates it into the blood circulation. It goes into the blood. Now when, you see, liver is not attended to or doesn't get sufficient energy, it starts working very hard. So it becomes overactive liver and this heat cannot be removed. So the heat starts rising upward and downwards. As a result, your the lungs are made of, as you know, they are made like a sponge. So it becomes coagulated and you develop asthma. We cure asthma through liver, curable. Then it descends down. When it descends down, it affects your kidneys. By that you get high blood pressure. Also, the another thing you get is constipation. Then your pancreas is neglected. When pancreas is neglected, you get diabetes. Only the people who are thinking, sitting, planning for future get diabetes, never a villager. In India, if we go to a village, they'll say you have to put sugar as much that the spoon must stand at right angles. They take so much sugar. Nobody gets diabetes because they earn in the morning, nicely go home and sleep off. Here we think and think and think of the future. So the neglect of the pancreas gives you diabetes. Now we have many people who have cured of diabetes also. Then the third one is the worst, is the spleen. That the spleen is like a, we say rhythm, keeps the rhythm. It's a speedometer in us. And supposing you are eating the food and suddenly you have to run, then you get a pain because it has to produce red blood corpuscles. But if you are always in an emergency in modern times as you are, first of all you read the newspaper, you are under shock. Because newspaper must shock you. So then another shock, then another shock. Then in the traffic you get a shock. So this poor spleen doesn't know how to behave in this crazy world. And it becomes very crazy and vulnerable. And with the slightest shock, it can get blood cancer. I must tell you that we have cured really blood cancer patients. Absolutely cured, completely cured, without any medicine or anything. Absolutely cured. We have certificates and everything about them. And surprisingly, all of them were architects. This is one. Then another thing, as I told you, it affects the kidneys and it affects also the lower intestines. So only one center, if you use it too much for one purpose, can give you all these troubles. And ultimately the heat might rise to your heart and you might have a massive heart attack. Especially if young people, if they are drinking too much, if they are playing tennis or of a very, any game which is like football or tennis, drinking too much and thinking too much, they might get a massive heart attack. And die very young, at a very young age, and it's absolutely fatal. If you get this attack at a young age, it's fatal. You cannot save them. The other way around, if you have inactive organs also, you can have inactive, also due to that also you get troubles. So when you treat somebody on its roots, it's very easy to solve the problem. See, supposing you have to treat a tree and you start treating all the leaves, it's very difficult. But if you can go to the roots, it's so easy, simple.
I'm sure you can play the second video if you want.
So, now what is the suggestion? Everyone, still. So I would suggest put your right hand towards me and left hand up. Right hand towards me and left hand up. आवाज येऊन राहिला आवाज कसला येतो
रेल्वेचा इंजिनचा आवाज
तुमचा
रेल्वे इंजिन सर टाइमशीर होऊन राहिले
टाइम सुरू होता
सगळं विशुद्धी निघून राहिली
शुद्धी निघते
संपूर्ण राईट विशुद्धी
जस्ट डू इट लाईक दॅट राईट विशुद्धी राईट I think put your left hand on your liver. Left hand on your liver. Now just watch me without thinking. And forgive. Forgive everyone. Forgive everyone. Best is to say once Lord's Prayer.
Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
May God bless you.
So I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but the Lord Prayer is a very powerful mantra to clear our Agya chakra. And there's a lot of correlation between the right Swadhistan and the Agya. So that's why we did the Lord Prayer. And the first song we played in the program today was also a version of the Lord Prayer. So thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit over time. And I'm going to pass it to Jean-Michel now. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. Beautiful. So the only thing I would like to say is that the sign that our Swadhistan is balanced is when we stop thinking, when we feel joy, nothing else, just joy, just relax. So let's put our attention again, our hand above the head, and see, look inside yourself, ask the question, where is my attention? Where is my attention? Now, I would like you to send some comments in the chat. So don't show if you can open the chat. We would like to have questions. If you have any questions, please send us a question, because we will have a short question and answer now. I would like Hauke to come. If you can open your microphone. And Sudanshu as well, if you want to come. I have a question for Sudanshu. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. My question for you is, can you please, you can put your picture as well. Can you please describe for us your deepest experience of meditation?
My deepest experience.
Yes. Since you've started Sahaja Yoga, what is your deepest experience of meditation you've had?
So it is when I actually give up and stop my mental activity. That's when the things start happening by itself.
And how did you feel at that time?
Yeah, so there have been multiple occasions where I was so driven by something happening, and I was trying to focus more at a mental level and tried everything that I could do in all the possibilities. But when I started meditating towards the end of the day, and in the state of meditation, gave up all my mental process and kind of dissolved with the oneness of the nature.
But how did you feel? How did you feel inside?
It was no reactions, just flowing, things flowing by itself.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes, hello.
Okay. I have the same question for you. What has been your deepest, most enjoyable experience of meditation?
It's difficult to say. I think some of my best experiences were right at the beginning, and then they've sort of occurred at different times over the years. So I remember some experiences where I would feel a lot of cool coming down on the two channels, sort of like pouring down. And at other times there was the experiencing that witness state where you seeing yourself, seeing your ego, seeing your superego, and just being aware of yourself all the time as you go around. So I suppose like essentially the witness state. And so I think sometimes we get these experiences at the beginning to kind of show us, what we can achieve. And then over the years you come back to those things from time to time, and experience those to that extent. While at other times you might experience it just to a lesser extent. So
it reminds me. I had an experience in India several years ago. In Washi, I went there for a few weeks to deepen my meditation. And in one of the meditations, when we see the chakra chart, we have the two channels, and they end in the right side of the brain, the right side of the brain and the left side. And in the meditation, I physically felt the ego and the superego. I felt like balloons. I really felt like this. And then in the course of the meditation, it reduced, and then I became completely silent. That was that was a very important experience for me to understand me as the spirit and me as the ego. I could see the difference totally separate.
Yes. Wow, that's wonderful. So you actually experienced the shrinking of the ego and superego,
Yeah.
Wow.
and then the resulting thoughtless awareness.
Exactly.
Lovely.
And then
Beautiful.
I could feel the joy, and then I was looking and I thought, wow, this is what ego. That is how ego is.
That's keeping us away. That's how it keeps us
Yeah.
away from
That's
from the joy.
I had an experience very recently where I was meditating on the Muladhara chakra, and at some stage I felt my mind going to the universe, like to space, and feeling that the quality of the Muladhara, which is the quality of Sri Ganesha, was there all around, surrounding us. And exactly what you all described, that this absolute stillness, like there's no ripple on the lake, the perfect reflection. And this goes with absolute peace and feeling completely content. And you don't need to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. The time stops. And you're feeling very humble because you're facing this immensity of beauty around you, and you're just a little drop into it, but that drop also reflects all this beauty. So it's all our meditation experiences for all of you, even if you're right at the beginning, it's always priceless and something you're all going to experience at some stage.
Wow, that was lovely, beautiful experience. Mm.
There is a message from Prakriti, and she was suggesting we put our attention on Russia.
Oh yeah, good idea.
And the thing about Russia that I remember is that Srimataji said that Russian Sahaja yogis are the deepest yogis. They have such a depth in their meditation, in their attention, and in their dedication. And when I was just talking about the ego, Russia is the ego of the world in terms of the energy. And it's the evolution of Russia on the collective level is very important for all of us, because we want to meditate. We don't want pressure on our ego. So when we want to help Russia, we just take our ego and take it down like this, and it will help Russia. We can do it a few times. Start from the left side of the brain and go down the right channel. Mother, please put your kind, divine attention on the Russian people. Please protect the Russian people. And most important, please allow as many Russian people as possible to receive their self-realization. Because ultimately, when we love someone, we want to give that person the best that we can offer. And the best that we could offer to anyone is the light, the divine light within them. So if we have the desire to have as many Russian people to know about their spirit, to receive their self-realization, to come to know Sahaja Yoga, then the whole people in Russia will be helped, will be protected, will evolve to a different state. And the moment Russia will evolve to a different state, the world is going to change again in a beautiful way. So Caroline, do you think you have any question for?
Question for you: what's the deepest experience of meditation?
My deepest experience of meditation.
I'm sure
Wow.
you have lots.
No, yeah, look, I have a few, obviously, because over the years, I could remember I have grown step by step in myself. Like I have experience of my Swatistan Chakra when it opened. And I think I've already said that one, but it was in 80 something. We did a meditation on the left, like specifically that day on the left Swadhistan, I remember. And I really felt it was the whole vibration, the whole attention, and I could feel in my fingertips on myself, the left Swadhistan was definitely the chakra that was working in me at that time. And I was studying architecture, and the issue I had is when I had a blank page of paper, I was very creative in my imagination, but when it was time to design something, it didn't work. It was like I was stuck. Nothing was happening. So my Swadhistan was complex. It was disturbed somehow. I didn't understand. So we had this meditation, and it went into a deep meditation, and I could feel, I was with another Sahaja yogi, I could feel my left Swadhistan really working hard. And the next day, I felt I wanted to write poetry. I don't know. I started writing poetry. I've never done that before. And the next day after that, I went back to uni, to a class of architecture, and all my ideas were coming, like flowing out of me. So my Swadhistan started working from that moment. And then I couldn't stop. It was like a tap open. I had ideas on everything. I could create paintings, design. I could enjoy music in a different way. I started writing poetry. I had a different sense of humor. It's just changed me completely.
Huh.
It was like the chakra was blocked in certain ways. And the moment the Kundalini went in and unlocked it, I discovered things I would never have known before.
Have you noticed something like that with other chakras as well, Jean-Michel? Or was that the most sort of obvious kind of change?
Another one was very important one. I think it's even more important is the Agya chakra. When the Agnya chakra unlocked in me, I felt the love physically pouring out of me to anyone. And in my life after that, I could see that this power of compassion through the Agya, it's the love that comes out of us towards other people, completely protected me. I could not be disturbed by anything. Like when people have anger, the anger is affecting our second chakra as well. But the anger can be completely controlled because of our compassion in us. How much we can love other people, how much we can let relax so much that there is no obstacle to our love to other people. And I think that's the solution to all the chakras. If we have any issue in any chakra, if we manage to relax and let ourselves give more, then no problem with Swadhistan, no problem with Nabi, no problem with the heart. For me, this is the real meditation.
Beautifully described.
I have a story from attention perspective. I was at the time I was running weekly programs. I was a main presenter, and every time there was somebody coming to that program with very negative attention on me, and that was absolutely paralyzing me. Like I I could feel I wasn't myself every time. And I was a little bit at a corner of my life where I was feeling, why can't I be strong enough to just be my own master and not suffer from anybody like this? And at that time, I had a journey through all the countries and met people. And I talk about that to another yogi in Italy, a French yogi that I met there. And she said to me, oh, but you just need to use the power of Chitta Nirodha, which is the power of the mastery of your attention. And as she said it, first I felt something in me, but then I meditated on it. And I felt that power that never left me, because sometimes you feel like something develop in you and it goes. It happens often, but this time it didn't. And what it did to me is I can just turn a tap. If I don't want to put my attention somewhere, I just turn the tap and it's gone. And so I came to that program.
That's a very important power.
Very, very, very. Especially for me, because I'm full of doubt, of fears, of worries. It's in me from childhood, and I'm still battling it. And so I think that new power, or this new power, it was a long time ago now, but this power is so important because that lady came back. I just turned the tap and she was out of my attention and she didn't influence me in any way. And what happened then is she changed. Her negative attention went and my attention became love. And actually we built something and now I still see that person and I just feel love for that person. So it's not only the attention change, but because of the attention, it changed the whole feeling of that connection between us.
Wow.
So we love all the Russian people, in other words. This is
and
our
also Ukrainian as well.
And of course, Russian, Ukrainian.
In all the world.
No, but especially these people, Russians, Ukrainians, all these regions, yes. We definitely love these people. This is the message for today.
Sounds good.
Wonderful. So, Caroline, do we have any music after that?
Yeah, I think Sudhanshu has got something planned. So, it's a sitar instrument, and the reason why we chose that instrument is because it's one of the instruments of the Swadistan. So,
actually, I have a very good tip for everyone for the Swadistan.
Okay.
It really helped me because when I was a young boy, I had a lot of problems with my Swadhistan at that time. And I was very shy, I had lack of confidence. As I said before, I could not do things easily. But what saved me is to do artwork. I was drawing, I was painting, and anyone who has problem with the Swatistan Chakra, just take to any form of art, whether it is music, painting, drawing, knitting, sewing, anything. This is a good cure for any problem with the attention.
Yeah. And art gives you energy. It's not work. Like when you work, you lose your energy because you're tired. But when you create, it gives you energy. It feeds you. Exactly.
Definitely.
Lovely.
Oh, thank you very much, Hoke.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
On this note, I will let you enjoy the music that Sudhanshu has prepared for us.
Thank you, Sudhanshu.
See you next time. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
you.